You got to be stupid or you're lying. Speaking of lying and experts, I'm going to play this clip again. I know it's getting old to some, but I just have to document historically. This is now historical evidence of what they're trying to cover up, like that first compilation I played, of more people, including the CDC director, Joe Biden, and Rachel Maddow, lying to our faces about the COVID vaccine and what it's going to do. And we need to just show compilations like this to prove that the fact checkers and these experts that want to tell us we're not allowed to say stuff, they're nothing more than propagandists for the regime. Fact checkers are a PR team for the Biden administration. They're a PR team for Big Pharma. They're a PR team for left-wing and phony right-wing global politics and this agenda that they have rolling out. They're not interested in the truth. They're not interested in facts. They're not interested in allowing you to have a First Amendment discussion about complex issues that are a gray area. They are there to serve the regime, and that's why they get away with stuff like this, and they never get demonetized or fact-checked.
We're not in a position where we think that any virus, including the Delta virus, which is much more transmissible and more deadly in terms of unvaccinated people, the various shots that people are getting now cover that. You're okay. You're not going to get COVID if you have these vaccinations.
Our data from the CDC today suggests, that vaccinated people do not carry the virus, don't get sick, and that it's not just in the clinical trials, but it's also in real-world data.
Now we know that the vaccines work well enough that the virus stops with every vaccinated person. A vaccinated person gets exposed to the virus does not infect them. The virus cannot then use that person to go anywhere.
Since I've been reposting that clip on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, it's gotten millions of views because I don't want it to go away. I know it gets repetitive, but I just want to show to the fact checkers, if you were to disagree with Rochelle Walensky right there, they're fact checking you saying, oh, no, you're not allowed to do that. That's the experts. I'm going to play real quick, and then I'm going to keep this very brief and say one more thing before I end this live stream because I want it to be shareable. Share this clip, show your friends. I appreciate it. Janet Yellen is supposed to be a financial expert. She served in multiple administrations. How did she not know with the trillions of dollars that were printed under Trump, Pelosi, McConnell, and then the trillions more that were sanctioned or rather signed off on under Joe Biden's little Build Back Better, whatever he calls it, plan to boost the economy and natural, energy and stuff? How did they not know from an economic standpoint that inflation was going to come? Something was going to, you can't just hand out money all over the place. That's not how it works. So we're going to watch just 20 seconds of this and then beg the question.
I really doubt that we're going to see an inflationary cycle.
Most economic analysts believe that it will have a temporary or transitory impact.
The faster than expected increase in some of those prices is actually a good sign.
The overwhelming consensus is going to pop up a little bit and then go back down. No one's talking about this great,
This is something that will settle down.
Transitory.
And the data shows that most of the price increases we've seen were expected and are expected to be temporary. There's nobody suggesting there's unchecked inflation on the way.
And keep in mind, guys, the data that they're referencing, the experts that they're referencing, the consensus, the data, we're telling you, these are the same people that are telling you that you're not allowed to question Big Pharma, you're not allowed to question their COVID policies. I got false fact checked. By the way, real quick before I leave and before I wrap up, stayintouchwithme.com is my free email list. I've collected hundreds of thousands of emails, and I'm going to email everybody in a day or two. I'm almost done with it. I've been working on it for weeks. I'm fact-checking the fact-checkers. I've exposed them. I have their email. They lied about me. They showed me an insight to how they work in their mind because they were, telling me why they fact-check me. And I'm going to do the best presentation out there to really expose them because the fact-checkers are not bipartisan fact-checkers who care about truth. They have more power than congressmen. I would argue that fact-checkers have more power than Thomas Massie or Marjorie Taylor Greene or, really anybody that's a congressman because they have the ability to shut off someone's account and censor you and take away millions of dollars of money through censorship and through flagging. They have the ability to socially engineer and reroute hundreds of millions of people to a different website or to a false label. So these people have more power than politicians. Many of them operate in France and foreign countries. They're not even from America, and they're lying constantly. So I'm going to expose them. But, the point of that clip is that these experts that they tell you not to question, they're constantly wrong. So you have to ask yourself, are they really expert, non-partisan economists and scientists, or are they expert propagandists? I think they're expert propagandists. I think they're expert PR team. It's like if I was somebody that didn't want to get questioned, oh yeah, fact check, Anomaly's handsome, fact check, Anomaly's, 7'9". It's like I'm 6'3", but no, I want to be 7'9" today. If nobody can question me, why not? Anomaly's the most handsome person on the planet. Fact check, you can't say. It's like, yeah, sure. I would love to have a group of little operative PR team that everything I said was amazing, everything I said was unquestionable, and every prediction I made about COVID, vaccines, or the economy is the law of the land now. That's who the fact checkers are. So, between that compilation and the other compilation about the vaccine, I think it's pretty clear that we should be able to question the experts and the scientists running our government and the economists because they're constantly wrong. Jerome